What's going on, YouTube world? This is your guy, Sealz the man, and I'm back at you with another video. Good to be back, and thank you for coming. And then in this video, we're going to talk about how your relationship can be doomed if you do not have these things. There's a high possibility that your union, your relationship, your marriage can fail without these things I'm going to talk about in this video. So before I start, as I always say, please subscribe if you like my content. If you like the things I talk about, hit that subscribe box below this video box. Like, comment, do all those good things. Let's talk about this. And as always, thank you for your support. Always appreciate it. So let's get straight into it. Everything I say is coming from the mind of Sealz the man. So I must remind y'all that nothing I say is law, but I must say it's common sense. I wouldn't give y'all any information that I haven't experienced or gone through myself. So let's talk about it. The first thing I'm gonna talk about that you will need in order to have a high success in your relationship first is a genuine friendship with your significant other. You'd be surprised how many relationships there are out there where the two don't even really know each other. In fact, when COVID started last year, they said that was one of the highest years of divorce rates in history. And we think about it, it's because these two people that are in a relationship with each other and in a marriage together, they were stuck at home together 24 hours a day. They had to work from home, so they saw each other's faces each and every day, all night. And you got to remember, a lot of these people work during the day, so they only see each other when they get home from work. So imagine being with your partner 24 hours a day. Would you be able to handle it? If you have a genuine friendship with this person before y'all even got into a relationship, then it is way easier to do this. Also, there's a lot of relationships out there that were, started on lust, one night stands. You met a woman or a man and y'all got into a relationship after that. There's a lot of relationships out there that were forced by cultural purposes. So there's a lot of situations out there that cause relationships, but the two don't really even know each other. So how can you really even have a genuine friendship if you don't even know your significant other? And that's the reality. In my heart of hearts and mind of minds, I will believe that I will want to be my partner's best friend, and I want my partner to be my best friend in return. Like, I feel like that's the best relationship you could have, right? Like, this person that you plan on spending the rest of your life with, don't you want to be their best friend and vice versa? I don't think you want to get involved and married in a relationship with a stranger, right? So please make sure you have a solid foundation, a solid relationship, a solid friendship with this person before you invest in that person. Set yourself up for success. The next thing you must have so that your relationship most likely won't fail is trust. Plain old trust. How can you have a relationship with anybody? How can you have a business relationship with anybody? How can you have a friendship with anybody if you don't trust that person? That is the ultimate bond between two in a relationship, any relationship. Like, I don't even want to be associated with a person if I can't, at the very least, trust them. I don't even want to get on a bus if I know the bus driver is untrustworthy and he drinks before his shifts. How could I want to go to my doctor appointments if runs off of 2 hours of sleep a night? And now he's talking about surgery, he's going to have shaky hands. How can I trust that? So as you see, in a relationship with anybody, there must be some form of trust. So bringing it back to romantic relationship, a marriage, a union, there has to be a solid bond of trust between you two. If there isn't a solid bond of trust between you two, then that's when you will have insecurity, lack of confidence, and doubt in your partner because y'all haven't established any kind of trust. Also, there's situations where you start a relationship with your loved one, and in the middle of the relationship, trust is broken. Now, this is dangerous as well. It's like getting the mirror and breaking it, right? And putting all the broken pieces together with glue. Guess what? All the cracks are still going to be shown. That mirror will never be how it was before it was broken. Your relationship will never be how it was before the trust was broken. So not only should relationships start with trust, relationships should live through trust. Relationships should be founded on trust. And trust has to be a consistent factor in your relationship. My next point, you have to have a purpose for your relationship. There's people out there really going into relationships without a purpose, without a goal, without an objective. Relationships are deeper than that. What's your purpose with being with this person? Do you plan on wasting your time? Because if you don't have a purpose, then that person might be planning on wasting your time. You two have to have a mutual purpose for this relationship, for this bond y'all got. And that's why dating is important. You want to figure out what this person wants in a relationship. And you want to figure out what they want in a relationship with you. You should never go into any situation blindfolded. There must be a finish line. There must be a goal. What is yours? And what is yours with this person? My next point, a very important point. You gotta like your partner, right? You gotta love your partner. And most of all, you gotta have a passion for your partner. Kind of piggybacking off the first point I made, you have to have some kind of a genuine interest in your partner. You might think I sound crazy, but there are a lot of relationships out there where the partners don't even like each other. Like they're staying with each other for the children. It's almost like a business partnership now. It's not even like a marriage of love anymore. So I feel in order to have a successful relationship, you gotta actually like your partner. Like I feel like you should want your partner. I feel like you should need for your partner. I feel like you should feel like your partner is the better half, the other half of you. If you feel like you can do it without your partner, then what's the point of being in a relationship with that person? Just doesn't make sense. If you feel like love isn't running your relationship, what are you doing? If you don't see yourself wanting to do things with this person, live life with this person, enjoy a forever with this person, then what's the point of this? And piggybacking off that last point I made, you should want and have a vision of forever with this person. With the raise of hands, how many of y'all go into relationships already seeing the end of it? How many of y'all go into relationships thinking it's temporary? Don't do that to yourself. Don't waste your time and don't waste his or her time. What are we doing out here? I feel like if you're not going into a relationship, a dedicated relationship, an exclusive relationship with your partner, thinking about being with them forever, then what's the point? I believe it's not all that complex. Dating leads to relationships, leads to marriage. And marriage should be an eternal thing, right? A forever thing. Not saying that all marriages last forever, but that should be the goal. Unseen circumstances happens, we all understand that. But once again, that should be your goal. There's a part in the vows where it says, till death do us part. Like, that's a real thing. You don't die twice. Multiple times. So marriage is a forever thing. If you're taking a stance of marrying someone, then you are taking the chance at forever. If you truly love someone, you don't plan on loving that person for a season because love runs infinitely, right? It doesn't just stop. So a vision of forever with your partner is a must. And if you don't have that, that will definitely plant a seed of doom and failure in your relationship. And to my last point, something that you must have so that your relationship isn't doomed or highly likely to fail is a mutual faith and belief with your partner. Y'all gotta have some kind of common ground and beliefs. I don't see how a Satanist can be in a relationship with a Catholic. But also, this doesn't just apply to religion, because not everyone is religious. But you two must have some kind of common beliefs and morals and standards as a couple. There must be some kind of mental common link between you two. Because how can you be in a relationship with someone you disagree with? How can you be in a relationship with someone you're always going against the grain with? How can you be in a relationship with someone who goes against your morals? How can you be in a relationship with someone who pulls you out of your character? That's not how it's supposed to go, right? So there has to be some kind of common ground between you two so that you may have a successful relationship. You know, I say these things and they might sound like, simple and common sense even. But if you sit back and think about the people you know that are in relationships that are lacking these common and simple things, you'll see that a lot of people share this. A lot of people are just in relationships just existing in it, coexisting with their partner, not having a goal in their relationship, just living. And most of them are not happy. What are we doing? You have one life on this earth. Stop wasting your time being in a relationship that is doomed to fail. So this is just a reminder for y'all. Thank you for coming back to my video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your continual support. I'll see you at my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.